That is one big wrench.
He's Bill. I'm Jeannie. We're refitting our 1998 Seahorse Oceaneer 55-foot steel trawler, Blue Sky. Welcome to our journey.
Okay, so we are going to finally replace this pump that's been leaking. We noticed it leaking at the canaveral cup. I had the pump, but I didn't have the fit. Well, could have taken the existing pump off, tried to remove the existing fittings, and then stick the thing back in. But you always run the risk of the fittings not wanting to come off because they've been on there for, maybe 25, 30 years now. So anyway, we're now going to work on getting that replaced, and the pump that we're replacing is right there. So I still got to get the pulley off, but it unbolts with 2 bolts, and if you can see, it's gotten rusty down here and rusty here, and there's the water it's been collecting. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get that off in a little while, but first I want to set up the new pump. This one has a straight slot here and then a 90-degree bend up there. I think I'm going to be a little high because I actually got a sweep. This is not a full flow. This is a partial flow because it's a much sharper sweep. And maybe if you look at it from the side, so I got a full flow, which is out here. Here are the parts. We have the straight slot. It's 1-inch threads with 1¼ inch hose. And then we have our full flow. As you can see, this is a much sharper bend. So water has an easier time getting around that, which makes it flow better. So it should improve the cooling performance on the motor. Never had any issues with it, but always nice to have more water going through. And then finally, here's our new pump. Basically, there's where the impeller would normally go, but the impellers are already installed and hopefully it's still in good shape. We're going to put the pump into the clamp here and then put our 2 fittings in. And I'm going to be using True Blue pipe sealant. It has PTFE, which is like the Teflon tape, but this is liquid, so it doesn't harden, but may need a tool to get it open. It's been a while since I've had to use this. Used it on a lot of our fuel stuff. Got a big pair of pliers, vice grips here. There it goes. I guess I could have put it also in the standard vice. But yeah, there you can see that stuff. Time for a new bottle of it, I do believe. But the nice thing about the liquid stuff is it gets into the threads, it lubricates them, it helps them to screw on and everything. We have a small pipe wrench, and I'm just going to go ahead and get the really big crescent wrench here. Don't think I have to use this, but I'll have it just in case. Let's go ahead and get this guy mounted up in here. Feel a little bit better clamping down the mounting plate than on the actual body. Okay, so that guy is in place, and now we will get the first fitting here. This is going to be mounted that way, so that should be the bottom. So yeah, this needs to go on the bottom. So let's get some dope out, or pipe sealant. Make sure it gets nice and deep into the threads. Okay, got a good amount in the threads. Okay, I think we're just about there, at least with this tool. I don't know what the tool setting should be. Ugh. Okay, could get this out if I really want to put some twist on it. Okay. Yeah, looks pretty good. 2 threads showing. Means there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 5 threads in it. Actually, I got 3 threads showing. If it still leaks after that, I'll have to redo it. Okay. Tighten this in. It needs to be a slight angle going that way. if we're gonna get that much more rotation out of it or not. Let's try to put this piece on. Other things going the wrong way right now. Okay, we are almost there. Come on. Just another 45 degrees. Or actually, it's not even that. Okay. Make this pretty close to the way I want it. Let's go compare it real quick. Okay, looks like it could be just a little bit more. It's maybe 30 degrees. So, tiny bit more. Back in the vise, just get just a tiny bit more twist out of it. Nope, it's got all my spin now. You can't even get that on there anymore. Okay, well, we have to hope it's close enough. I'm not having any luck getting it on any further. So, on to the next stage. Okay, I got the tools I need. The first thing all you have to do is release the belt tension. That is done with a 1/2 inch, the ratcheting wrench. And of course, the bottom one won't be 1/2. The one that locks it on. Oh, it's 9/16. Oop. Yeah, close enough to a 9/16. Yeah, let a little tension off, but certainly not enough. That might be the easier thing to do. Then I don't have to move that massively out of the way. Both those guys are loose. No. This belt, not so much. Of course, it's the one I need to get off. Take that out. Great. The tensional mechanism appears to be rubbing against the case. That's what I think it is. Go ahead and get it out. Go on there. Still won't let me get the belt off easily. That's closer. There we go. Belt wear looks pretty good. I haven't seen any major issues with it. Let's spare belts. If I need to put a new one in. Okay. Let's see. We can start loosening the screws that hold it on. We gotta have something on the nut. Okay. Let's get the water in the engine. Ah, they're getting me all wet now. Sure, I thought I was gonna stay dry working on a water pump, but hey, looks like I put Tef gel on these fittings. Do you have to leak on me? And now I need a really small one to get the hose pieces off. Let me go find that. Good. Oh, a pin in the butt. It's a little cleaner.
So why do you put Tef gel on there?
To keep it from rusting. Okay. That guy can certainly go ahead and go in.
That just sits in there? You don't clamp it on?
Oh, no.
Is there, oh, the clamps
The clamps are down below. Set it in there. Very generous with it. Screws here. One of the screws at least.
Did it go in?
Yeah, it went in, but it knocked off the washer that I didn't know was there.
What exactly is this that we're replacing?
It is the raw water pump.
So it's sucking water out of the ocean?
Yep, sucks water out of the ocean, sends it into this tube, which sends it down that tube, which is the heat exchanger for the main engine.
And you would say it was relatively easy to swap
Replace
them
it?
out?
Oh yeah. Yeah, in fact, I find it easier to take the pump off and disconnect it and then change the impeller on the bench than it is to try to change the impeller through that little back hole. I gotta get the lock washer off so I can put the proper washer over. It's a very tight fit.
You put the Tef gel on there?
That's it. Okay. Okay. I'm setting the plane. I want the pump to be in the same plane where the other belts are going to be spinning. Otherwise, you start chewing up your belts.
How many belts are there?
2. There's one right there and one back here.
Oh, and that one's going over this thing?
Yeah, it goes here, here, and here. This one goes here, here, and here. Why don't we go ahead and clamp that guy down?
At this tool?
Yep. The other one, and I don't think ABCYC requires you to have 2 clips on your water lines. And I know they require it on fuel and stuff, but I think on the water lines they can all be in.
Just one?
Yeah, just one. I need a longer extension.
It's ABCYBY.
Yeah. I like to have 2 since this opens up to the ocean. Hopefully I'd catch one broken clip.
That is one big wrench.
Okay, so I need to take that off, trim it a little bit, slide it up, and then we can put that on.
You got pipe cutters in here?
No,
Or
I
is
do
it,
not.
is that what you
Pipe
use?
cutters, yeah.
Pipe cutter? Ah, didn't go down yet.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
looks good.
This one's the cool.
Yeah, but it's internal to the engine.
You've been talking about a new alternator that'll generate power.
Right.
That
Bigger.
would be replacing that.
Yep.
And it's bigger.
Yeah, it's bigger. Puts out more power.
Does that one put out any power?
Yeah, but it's like maybe 500 watts. The one we've been looking at puts out 5,000 watts. So 10 times.
And how do you capture that?
Well, it goes into the battery. Okay, now let's see. Belts. Okay. Tef gel.
What starts the belts turning?
Oh, the main engine down here. So this is the main drive. This is the internal water pump. This is the alternator. This is the external water pump. And then this also drives the oil pump, which is the geared oil pump over here. So no belt for the oil pump.
So is it a pretty simple engine?
Yeah. Yeah, compared to engines nowadays, yeah.
Would it be as efficient as engines today?
Oh, newer engines are more efficient. But you have, because they have electronics, so they can meter everything. They can look at what's the level of oxygen in the air you just pulled in. So it can back off the fuel because it say, gee, the air I'm getting is not that great. And
Oh.
all that type of stuff.
But they're harder to work on.
Well, you got to have the computer software to be able to work with them.
Then what happens after you get this on?
Start the engine and see if it leaks. Ugh. 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 Okay. So, well, here's the first test to see if it leaks.
Opening up the sea cock.
Yep. At this point now, there would be water just dripping massively. Normally there would have been water leaking out right there. I do not see any. So that is looking good. I'm gonna set the fuel up. I need to turn the batteries on too. To starboard aft tank, from starboard engine, from starboard aft tank, starboard supply cut over to starboard engine filter. Okay, those are all set. No leak. I'm gonna go check for water. Make sure the pump is pumping. Okay, and I see water. Yeah. Cool. Looks like we are working. Those all look pretty good. Just gotta clean up my mess. We won't make y'all watch that. Later.